My pranams to all Atma Jyotis, divine light of the self. With the grace and blessings of Shri Prabhuji, we welcome you all to the 9-day celebration of the Gita Sandesha.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಯೋತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಣಾಮಗಳು. ಶ್ರೀ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿಯವರ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಮತ್ತು ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಗೀತಾ ಸಂದೇಶದ 9 ದಿನಗಳ ಆಚರಣೆಗೆ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ.
Let us realize the eternal wisdom shared by Krishna himself and bring out Krishna from within.
ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ಕೃಷ್ಣನೇ ತಿಳಿಸುವ ದಿವ್ಯ ಸಂದೇಶವನ್ನು ಅರಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣತ್ವವನ್ನ ಹೊರತರೋಣ. ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಯೋತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಾಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಪ್ರಣಾಮಗಳು. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೀತಾ ಜಯಂತಿಯ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ಗೀತಾ ಜಯಂತಿಯ ಈ ಶುಭ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಆಜೀವ ಪರ್ಯಂತದ ಮೈತ್ರಿಯನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಸಿಕೊಂಡಿರುವ ಮೈತ್ರೇಯಿ ಕಶ್ಯಪ್ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸಂದರ್ಶಿಸೋಣ. ಗೀತೆಯ ಸುಗಾನ ಅವರನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಕೈ ಹಿಡಿದು ಕರೆದೊಯ್ದಿದೆ, ಅವರ ಜೀವನ ಹೇಗೆ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯದಿಂದ ಕಂಗೊಳಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಸುಗಂಧಭರಿತವಾಗಿದೆ ಎಂಬುದನ್ನು ಅವರ ಮಾತುಗಳಲ್ಲೇ ಕೇಳೋಣ ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಈ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಯಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬದವರು ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸಹಕಾರ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು, ಅವರ ಪಾತ್ರಗಳೇನು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ?
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ನಾನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ ದಿವಸ ಮೌನ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಮೌನ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾನ್ ಮಾತ್ರನೇ, ಇನ್ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರವ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಅವ್ರವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗೋದು. ಇವನ್ ಮಕ್ಳುನು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇಷ್ಟ ದಿವಸ ಕೂಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿತ್ತು, ಬಾರೆ ತಗೊಳೆ ಮಾಡೆ ಅಂತ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಯ್ತು ಆ ಮೌನ ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದು ಒಂದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾನ್ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರುನು ನಮ್ಮ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಬೇಡ ಅಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗು ಅಂದ್ರು. ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದೇನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅವರು ಓದಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ. ಈಗ್ಲೂ ಅವ್ರು ಓದಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಯಾರ ಮತ್ತೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ರು. ಹೀಗೆ ಅವರು ಇದ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ನನ್ಗೆ ಅದೇ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆನ್ಲೈನು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಡಿಟಿಂಗು ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ನಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಬರಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀನು ನಾವು ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಮಾಡು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಟ್ರೈಪಾಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ಆಮೇಲಿಂದ ಹೇಗೆ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಫುಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡೋರು, ಅವರು ಮಾಡೋರು. ಇನ್ನು ಚಿಕ್ಕವಳು, ನನ್ನ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಗಳು, ಅವಳು ಸ್ಥಿತಪ್ರಜ್ಞಸ್ಯ, ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅದಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಅವಳು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೊಡ್ಡವಳು ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವು ಅಧ್ಯಾಯಗಳನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಅವಳು SLC ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅವಳಿಗೂ ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು ಬರೋದು. ತಮಾಷೆ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ನನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕಲ್ತಂತ ನನ್ನ ಅಣ್ಣಂದ್ರು ಅಕ್ಕಂದ್ರು ನಾನ್ ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೊರತು ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರನ್ನು ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಬೀಳಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ಗೊಬ್ಳಿಗೆ ಆ ಕೃಪೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅನ್ಸತ್ತೆ. ನಾನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಬಂದೆ. ನಮ್ ತಂದೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿ ಹೋದ ನಂತರ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಓದಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅದೊಂದೇ ಓದ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಚಿನ್ಮಯ ಮಿಷನ್ದು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಬುಕ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಓದಿದ್ರು. ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅರ್ಥ ಬರ್ಕೊಡೋರು ಅವ್ರು ಆ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ 700 ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳನ್ನ ಬರೆದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಅದೆಷ್ಟೋ ಸತಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದಾರೆ 700 ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳನ್ನ. ಬರಿತಾ ಬರಿತಾ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರೆಯೋರು ಅವ್ರು. ಈವನ್ ನಮ್ ಚಿಕ್ಕಮ್ಮಂಗುನು 700 ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬೈಹರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇವಾಗ 82 ವಯಸ್ಸು. ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆಯು ಕೂಡ ಕಲ್ತರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕಮ್ಮನು ಕೂಡ ಕಲ್ತರು. ಅಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಘಟನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನನ್ನ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ಇದ್ರು, ಅವರು ಅನಂತರಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವರೂಪ ದರ್ಶನ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದು ಅಂತ, ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಓದೋರು. ಅವರು ಕೂಗೋರು ಎಲ್ಲಾರು, ವಿಶ್ವರೂಪ ದರ್ಶನ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿದೆ, ಬನ್ನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಆಜಾನುಭಾವವಾಗಿ ನಿಂತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ, ಅವನ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನ ಜಗ್ಗಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ತಿಂತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಜೋರ ಕೂಕೊಂಡು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನು ಕರೆಯೋರು. ಅವರೇನೇನೆ ನಮ್ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕಜ್ಜ ಅವರು. ಅವರು ದೊಡ್ಡಬಳ್ಳಾಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಆ ದೊಡ್ಡಬಳ್ಳಾಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಸಮಾಧಿ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಹುಚ್ಚು ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀರ್ ಸುರಿದು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋರಂತೆ ಅವ್ರು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಮಹಾತ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಬರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾರಂತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಸಮಾಧಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡಬಳ್ಳಾಪುರದಲ್ಲಿ.
ಅದು ವಿಚಾರಿಸಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಳಬರು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಇದ್ರು.
ಅವರ ಹೆಸರೇನು?
ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ಅನಂತರಾಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅವರು MK ಇಂದಿರಾ ಅವರು ಅವ್ರ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆತ್ಮಸಖಿ ಅಂತಾನೋ ಏನೋ, ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಇದೆ ಆ ಕತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ
ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಮ್ಮ, ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್. ಇನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ನೀವು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ತಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತಮ್ಮ ಕುಟುಂಬದ ಕೆಲ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ತಮಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಡೆ ಪಿರಿಯಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋರಲ್ವಾ, ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು. ನಾನು ಬರೋದೇ 4:30 ಮೇಲೆ ಆಗೋದು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಂದ ಬರೋದು. ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಆಟೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಲೇಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ. ನಾನು ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗೆ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಆಟೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಲೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಹಂಗ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ಒಂದು ದಿವ್ಸ ನನ್ಗೆ ತೊಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನು ತೊದಲ್ದೇನೆ ಅಷ್ಟ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಳನ್ನ ಗದ್ರಿಸಿ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಏನು ಇದಾಗಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಆದರ್ಶ ವಿದ್ಯಾಧಾಮದವರು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೀಚರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟು ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ನು ಕೂರ್ಸೋರು ಮೇಡಮ್. ಅವರು HM, ಅವರು ಜಯಶ್ರೀ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅಂತ. ಇವತ್ಗೂನು ಅವ್ರ ಅದೇ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, HM ಆಗೇ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಾರನ್ನು ಕೂರ್ಸಿ ನಾನು ಹಾಡೋ ಹಾಡನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಹೇಳೋರು. ಬರ್ಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಸೋರು ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ. LKG UKG ಮಕ್ಳುಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆ LKG UKG ಮಕ್ಳು ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರುಗಳು ಆ ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ ದಿವಸ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ ದಿವಸಗಳು ಅವರು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡೋರು ಮಕ್ಳಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಳು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಲ್ತ್ರು. ಅಲ್ಲಂತೂ ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಗೋಕುಲಾಷ್ಟಮಿಗೆ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಹಾಡುಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ, ಶಿವರಾತ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಾಗ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಚೆನ್ನೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೀವೇಜ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀರ್ ತುಂಬ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆಗ ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬಾ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸಪ್ತಶ್ವರೂಢಂ ಅಂತ ಈ ಸೂರ್ಯನ ಹಾಡನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಶಾಖ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಡಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಪ್ರೀ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೇಲಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಂಗೆ ಅದೇ ಇವತ್ತಿಗೂ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ್ಲೂ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ನಂಗೆ ಇರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪಾಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನೊಂದ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ನಂಗೆ. ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ವೇದ್ಯವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನ್ ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಒಂದ್ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋಗಿದೆ. ಥ್ರೂ ಮೀ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್. ಹಾಗಾದಾಗ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ಈ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಗುರುಕೃಪೆ ಸುರಿಮಳೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ನಾನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಇದು ಗುರುಕೃಪೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಹೆಂಗಿರತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಗುರ್ತಿಸಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಆ ಕೃಪೆ ಬೇಕು ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಆ ಗ್ರೇಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಅಂತಹ ಗ್ರೇಸ್ ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂಥರ ಸುರಿತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳು. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಪಾಡಿಗೆ ಅದ್ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಗುರುಜಿಗೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ, ನೀವಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಗುರುಜಿ, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಮ್ಮ, ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್.
ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನನ್ನ ಅನುಭವದ ಮಾತು.
ಹ್ಮ್
ಮುಂಚೆ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೊತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಹೆಂಗಪ್ಪ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೋದು ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದ್ ಅಡಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಪ್ರೀ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು.
ಹ್ಮ್
ಆ ಕ್ಷಣ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ, ಏನ್ ತೋಚತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಆ ಕ್ಷಣಕ್ಕೆ ಇದಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ ನಾನಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು.
ಹ್ಮ್ ಇನ್ನ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದ ಕಡೆ ನೀವು
ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿ?
ಕ್ಷಮಿಸಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಮ್ಮ.
ಅವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ನಮಗೆ ಏನ್ ಊಟವನ್ನ ಬರ್ದಿರ್ತಾನೋ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ.
ಹ್ಮ್ ನಿಜ ನಿಜ
ಹಂಗೆ ನನ್ಗನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ.
ನಿಜ. ಯಾ ಈಗ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದ ಕಡೆ ತಾವು ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಹಾಯಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಏನೇನ್ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತಮ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ಸತ್ತೆ?
ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ವಾ, ನನ್ನ ಗುರಿ ಒಂದಿದೆ. ನಾನು ತುಮಕೂರಿಂದ ವಾಪಸ್ಸು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಹೋದ ನಂತರ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಯಶವಂತಪುರದಿಂದ ಮತ್ತು ಯಲಹಂಕ ತನಕ ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೋ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನಿದಾರೋ ಅವ್ರವ್ರ ಮನೆ ಹತ್ತತ್ರ ಇರೋ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ರೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ನಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಇನ್ನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡವ್ರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೃಹಿಣಿಯರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದೆರಡು ಮೇಯ್ನ್ ಇರೋದು. ಇನ್ನು ನನಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಇರೋವಂಥದ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯನ್ನ ಇನ್ನು ಆಳವಾಗಿ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನು ಆಳವಾಗಿ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಿದೆ, 700 ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳೇ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವ್ಯಾಸ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳ ರಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ವ್ಯಾಸ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳ ತಲೆನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿತ್ತು? ಇದೇ ಪದವನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಅಂಥದ್ದು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ನನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಆಸೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಯೋತಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಲೈಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬೆಳೆದಿದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಮಕ್ಕಳುಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋಂಥ ಆಸೆ. ನನಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಫ್ರೀ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೆ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಭಜನ್ಸ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಇದಿದೆ ಏನು, ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮ, ಲಲಿತಾ ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮ ಅದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನನ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇವಾಗ ಇವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಯೋತಿ ರೇಖಾ ಶಶಿಧರ್ ಅವರು ಲಲಿತಾ ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮ, ದುರ್ಗಾ ಸಪ್ತಶತಿ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಎತ್ತಿದ ಕೈ. ಇನ್ನು ವೇದ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಪಂಚಸೂಕ್ತಗಳು ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ವೇದ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಂಗೆ ಅದ್ ಯಾವ್ದೂನು ಬೇಡ. ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಟೀಚರ್ ಎಷ್ಟೇ ಜನ ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಕ್ ಇಷ್ಟ. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನ ಇಚ್ಛೆಯ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನನಗಾಗಿ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಕಲಿಯುವಂತವ್ರು. ನನ್ನ ಸಂಕಲ್ಪ ಅದು. ಯಶವಂತಪುರ ಟು ಯಲಹಂಕ. ಅಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಅಡ್ಡ ಅದು ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲೇನೆ ನಾನು ಏನೇ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರು.
ಆಯ್ತಮ್ಮ. ಇನ್ನ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಸಂದೇಶ ನೀಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಮ್ಮ?
ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ. ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯನ್ನ ಒಂದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಧಾರಾಳವಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ. ತುಂಬಾ ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೋ ಅದನ್ನೇ ತತ್ವಬೋಧವಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೊಂದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲವದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಬದ್ದಿದ್ದಂಥದ್ದು ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಇದೆ. ಸರ್ವೋಪನಿಷದೋಗಾವೋ ದೋಗ್ಧ ಗೋಪಾಲನಂದನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಮೊದಲನೇದಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಪಾರ್ಥರಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕುಡಿದು ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಎರಡನೇದಾಗಿ ನಾವೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕವೂ ಕೂಡ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಓದ್ಕೋ.
ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್ ಅಮ್ಮ, ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಅಮ್ಮ. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ತಾವು ಸಮಯ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನುಭವದ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈಗ ದಾರಿದೀಪ. ಸೊ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಅಮ್ಮ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದರ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ರೂವಾರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಅವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಸದ್ಗುರುಗಳು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿವಸ ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಯೋಗ್ಯಳಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣವೇ ನನ್ನ ಸದ್ಗುರುಗಳು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಸದಾ ಚಿರಋಣಿ. ನಾನು ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋಂಥದ್ದು ಹಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಆಯ್ತು.
ತ್ವಮೇವ ಮಾತಾ ಪಿತಾ ತ್ವಮೇವ ತ್ವಮೇವ ಬಂಧು ಸಖಾ ತ್ವಮೇವ ತ್ವಮೇವ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ದ್ರವಿಣಂ ತ್ವಮೇವ ತ್ವಮೇವ ಸರ್ವಂ ಮಮ ದೇವ ದೇವ दया की दृष्टि सदा ही रखना त्वमेव देवा मम देव देव.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಅಮ್ಮ.
ಸಾಧನೆ ತೋರಿದ ನಿಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾವಿರ ಸಾವಿರ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ, ನಾಡಿನ ಕೀರ್ತಿಯ ಬೆಳಗಿಸಿದ ನಿಮಗಿದು ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ. ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ 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 ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ. If we cannot see Shri Krishna, it does not mean that he doesn't exist. It just means that our eyes are not able to see him. Hari Om to all the Atma Jyotis. My name is Aditya Sakre. Today, I am going to be sharing a few lines on Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna has been living on this earth as a god. But don't make him different from humans and earth. He has been biologically born and brought up as a human on this planet Earth. He has been walking around giving preachings on dharma. Dharma is not caste or creed. It is the way of life. He has clearly explained this through his Bhagavad Gita. Who else could be a better guru than him? To protect his people, he has built the entire magnificent town of Dwarka. Who else could be a better architect than him? Just by seeing the person, he could read what is in their mind. Who else could be a better psychiatrist than him? By playing the melodious tune on his flute to tie up cows and dance with gopikas. Who else could be a better musician than him? By daily giving preachings on good health and well-being. Who else could be a better doctor than him? By controlling the uncontrollable Sudarshana Chakra and keeping it with himself all the time. Who else could be a better kinetic engineer than him? He's a doctor, fighter, warrior, musician, architect, and whatnot. He's everything. His aura and his eternal is more than God to me. I worship his excellence. Understanding God is more important than just doing puja. We should remember this throughout our life. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Thank you, everybody. Hari Om to all Atma Jyotis. I am Purna from Arjuna batch. Today I would like to chant a shloka from Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 17, Shraddha, Traya, Vibhaga, Yoga. Shloka number 27. Yagne tapasi dhane cha sthiti saditi chochyate karma chaiva tadartiyam sadityeva bhidhiyate. Meaning of this shloka is that the word Sat means eternal existence and goodness. It also describes being established in the performance of sacrifice, penance, and charity. So, any act for such purpose is named Sat. Thank you. Hari Om.
Krishna, I have a question. I have seen people who do not follow Sanatan Dharma, who violated the laws of Dharma, of nature, of the universe. So, with what faith do they worship God? What is the nature of that faith? What will happen to such people?
That is a really very good question, Arjuna. But for you to understand this, you first have to know the basic human mind. All the actions, thoughts, behaviors, ideas, all of them are driven completely by the three modes of nature. They are called sattvic, rajasic, and tamasic gunas. So some have more sattva, some have more rajas, and some have more tamas. Based on which mode is high, they behave accordingly.
Okay, so those people with those qualities.
What do you mean, those people? Everyone has these gunas in them, even the Kauravas.
Even the Kauravas, then why are they acting? Why are they
Wait, first let me tell you how these put together works. So while a person has three qualities, it is mixed inside them in different amounts. So while a person has that level of gunas in him, his pattern of thoughts and desires won't change.
Okay, so a person with three combinations of the qualities will never be able to change the combination in a lifetime. And is this also predetermined by prarabdha karma? Is that permanent?
So while at first you're certainly born with different levels of sattvic, rajas and tamas, with Atma Jnana and the environment around, he can definitely change them. As one needs to know that he is not the qualities as he is not the BMI.
Okay. Before you tell me anything more about these rajas, sattva, tamas, what are they? Like you said, their gunas, qualities, okay, but what something so subtle can change the characteristics of a human being, can determine how his pattern of thoughts, how he functions? What does that work?
That's a really very good question. So for the easiest way for me to explain this to you is by showing it to you practically. I shall disguise myself and convert a sattvic, rajasic and tamasic person in the same situation.
Thank you, Shri.
Oh Krishna, let this body-mind always be used for seva of other beings. Let my mind be always be engaged in your thoughts. Let everyone on this earth be peaceful and happy, O Krishna. Oh Swamiji, Namaste. I'm so fortunate today to have your darshana, Swamiji. Please come inside. Don't be standing outside. What can I offer you, Swamiji? Water or lime juice or coconut water?
Thank you so much, Kirtana. I do not want to take too much of your time. Just plain water is sufficient. I've come here to invite you for a special event.
Wait, Swamiji. Let me first offer you something. Please do not hesitate. We eat only sattvic food at home, cooked with austerity as an offering to God.
Looks like you'll not allow me to talk without having something. Okay, then I would like to have some fruits. Thank you so much.
Yes, Swamiji, please take this. I'm very happy now, Swamiji. Now please tell me, how can the servant of God help you? What is that I can do for you, Swamiji?
Dear Kirtana, we are conducting a Chandi Homa in the temple for the welfare of all the living beings. I would like you also to come and participate in this Homa.
I'm really blessed, Swamiji, to get this invitation from you. I will surely attend this divine event. But I have one request, Swamiji. Please accept it.
What is it, my dear?
Swamiji, please allow me to contribute in all ways possible to this great Homa. I would like to contribute in the form of money, in the form of seva, and in the form of singing bhajans.
Sure, Kirtana. We will give you a receipt of the money that you donate.
No, Swamiji. Please let this money offering be a Gupta Dana. What has been given by God, how can I take a receipt for that?
Very well said, Kirtana. That reminds me of the Purandara Dasara Kriti. Keraya neerana kerege chelli. Okay then, I should be taking my leave. I have to invite many other people for this Homa.
May I please drop you, Swamiji?
No. I prefer walking. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for offering.
Oh Lakshmi Devi, please bless me. Tomorrow I have a big presentation. If I do that presentation well, my boss is going to give me a promotion. With a promotion, I will be able to buy my second Audi, and I will be able to buy a bungalow in the Himalayas. So please help me. Oh God, who's disturbing my prayer? Hello, Swami. What do you want?
Hello, Rajesh. I'm from the temple. Can I please have 5 minutes of your time?
If it's only 5 minutes.
Yes, it's just 5 minutes.
Okay, sure.
I'm sorry, but may I please have some water?
Sure. Do you want only water or, there's some Coke and all? Also, I'm ordering biryani from here. It's nice spicy biryani. If you want, I'm ordering it for lunch. We can have it, the leftovers, for dinner.
No. Water is enough. Thank you so much.
Rajesh, bring one glass of water for the Swamiji and me. Chilled Coke, okay? Okay, Swamiji. I don't have much time. But do you want some donation like last time or something? Last time I gave the donation, but no one was, I wasn't even recognized in front of everyone. This time, if I'm going to give, I have to give it in front of everyone in a stage.
No, Rajesh. It's not at all about donation at all. We are doing Chandi Homa for the welfare of all the living beings. We are calling many Veda Pandits from all over the state. For this purpose, I have come here to invite you and your family personally for this divine and auspicious event.
Okay, I thought the temple needed some donation from me. It's fine. If this Homa is going to help me in my success, in my career and all, I will come and give some check to the head of the temple, but in front of everyone.
As I stated earlier, Rajesh, we don't need any donation. When you come to the Homa, you can discuss that with the temple authorities and you can find out about donation too. Please bring your family too to the Chandi Homa.
Oh, Swami, my family is very busy, just like I am. Me, I am very busy with all my projects and all. I have to work a lot. My wife, she just became the president of her company. She just got big promotion. My son, though, he's in 10th. He's very busy. He has to write exams and all. I don't think they can come at all. But if you want, I will come in the ending and give a check in front of everyone. Now I'm getting late, so if you could excuse me, I need to go.
Oh, I'm really sorry for taking your time. Thank you, Rajesh. Please do try to attend the Homa with your family.
Sure, Swamiji.
Oh, Vedanatha, please kill my uncle for me. Make sure I get all his money without moving even a single finger. I promise I'll sacrifice everything. I'm so tired, I just want to go sleep. Oh, who's ringing the bell? I'm not gonna answer it now. Again? Oh. Hello, what do you want?
Hello, Tanish. Can I please have 5 minutes of your time?
No, I'm not interested in any of the salesmen. Just please leave.
I'm not a salesman. I'm the pujari from the temple.
Oh, you are. No, I'm still not interested. Please.
Wait. Can I please have some water?
No, the kitchen is too far away. I don't want to go all the way there for water.
Okay. So the purpose I have come here is because I want to invite you personally for this for this special and divine occasion event. And the event we are conducting a Chandi Homa in our temple for the welfare of all the living beings. I have come here to invite you and your family personally.
Oh, it's a puja and it takes time, right? No, I'm not interested. I don't think I'm going to come.
Well, yes, but it's for the welfare.
No, I don't want to come. I have my Ketanaka for me. Please leave.
Oh, okay. Then I shall take my leave.
Papa, welfare of the people, it seems. First, take care of your tummy. Yeah, I can't talk. Even my tummy is big, but it was the biryani I ate last night. Okay, fine. Let me go back to sleep now.
Arjuna! Oh, Partha!
Yes, Krishna. The contrast in the nature of the mind was too much for me to handle, Krishna. I did not know Guna's influence. People's mind thought everything so much. So I understand that one has to do this much sadhana to attain a sattvic mind, and this sattvic nature will help them attain God finally. And also he will be successful in whatever he does as its sattvic nature, because he has no expectation and completely surrenders himself to God.
Remember, Arjuna, that how much ever effort one puts in an action aiming for success, he cannot reach that goal without taking the God's name before, during, and after the action with sincere faith.
Oh, thank you, Shri Krishna.
त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा देहिनां सा स्वभावजा सात्विकी राजसी चैव तामसी चेति तान् शृणु अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं तपस्तत्तं कृतं च यत् असदित्युच्यते पार्थ न च तत्प्रेत्य नो इह.
Jyotis. I am Anvi Sakre and
I am Kirtana. The 18th chapter is the last and the longest chapter of the Bhagavad Gita.
it is also known as Moksha Sanyasa Yoga. We will give a small introduction through a skit and of Bhagavad Gita and further go through Prasad Ji's program.
I will be acting as a mother in the skit.
And I will be acting as a daughter. So let us begin.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Mom, why are you chanting the Lord's name while folding clothes?
It is a way to attain moksha, my dear.
Even I want to attain moksha, but I don't want to take sannyasa.
You need not leave your house and go to the forest taking sannyasa. You need not go elsewhere. You can attain moksha in a very simple way. When you are doing any work, for example playing or doing homework, if you just keep thinking about Krishna, then you will surely attain moksha. You have many friends, right?
Yes, Mom, I do have many friends.
You keep thinking about them. Am I right?
Yeah, Mom, you're totally right.
Just like that, if you keep thinking about Krishna and consider him as a best friend, it is the simplest way to attain moksha.
Oh, so now onwards, Krishna is my best friend. He has helped me a lot in my life. Mom, I have a question. What is the difference between Tyaga and Sanyasa?
Sanyasa means not having any desires and just keep thinking about Krishna. Whereas Tyaga means not having any desires for the fruits of your action. Thinking that everything is happening because of the grace of God. You should not stop doing work. You should keep continuing doing that. You will be really peaceful in life when you keep thinking about Krishna.
Oh, okay, Mom. Now I understood the difference between Tyaga and Sanyasa. Sanyasa is the renunciation of doership, and Tyaga is the renunciation of desire.
You are correct. Let us listen to Prasad ji and team to know more about the 18th chapter.
Hari Om. We are from Bhagavad Gita Shankara Bhashyam group. We are going to present chapter 18, shloka number 66, interpretations by various acharyas. First, Vinayaji will render the shloka, then we will present the interpretations given by various acharyas. Let me share my screen. We named this as Sharanagati. Vinayaji, please render the shloka.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः.
Thank you very much. Now Vinayaji is going to give the interpretation of first two acharyas. And before that, we would like to say that we are spiritual babies, we are still learning. We try not to see differences in the great acharyas' works. Our effort is to see the underlying unity in the messages of the all acharyas. Vinayaji, please give your interpretation. One of
As
them.
per Gaudiya Sampradaya interpretation, give up all spiritual processes and simply surrender to Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna is the goal and Sri Krishna is the means. Process of surrender. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulasya varjanam. Rekshishyati iti vishwaso goptrutve varanam tatha. Atmanikshepa karpanye sadvidha sharanagatihi. Haribhakti Vilasa 11:6-7-6. Conduct pleasing to Lord. Refrain from conduct antagonistic to Lord. Have trust in Lord that He will protect you. Think of Lord and no one else. Engage in Krishna's service with one's gross and subtle bodies. One should not show off of one's humility. These 6 qualities are the process of surrender.
Excellent.
Sridhara Swami interpretation. Now, the Supreme Lord Krishna reveals the conclusion to the essence of all knowledge, that which is the most confidential of all that is confidential is being revealed, relinquishing all conceptions of religiosity by indomitable faith that complete salvation and redemption will come naturally through bhakti or exclusive loving devotion unto the Supreme Lord Krishna or any of his incarnations and expansions as authorized in Vedic scriptures. By this determined conviction that nothing else is required or necessary other than surrendering totally to Him, the Supreme Lord Himself personally promises moksha or liberation to such devotees.
Excellent. Now we will move on. Manoj Nambiyat will be giving the interpretation of Kaula Tantra Sampradaya by Abhinava Gupta. You are on mute, Manoj.
Sorry. Kaulatantra Sampradaya interpretation. Abandoning all attributes, this act of slaying the kinsman and the like that arises incidentally while fighting a war, not owning this acts as your own attribute by your thought, I am the doer of all this, also giving up by my mind the notion if the act of slaying the teacher, etc., is avoided, merit will accrue to me. Come to me alone, the agent of all actions, the Supreme Lord, the Sovereign, as you refuge, as the guardian of all your natural impulses. On that account, I, the Omniscient, shall rescue you from all the sins. Don't be sorrowful, don't be perplexed. What to be done?
Very well. Manoj is going to give the interpretation of Madhva Sampradaya also.
Madhva Sampradaya interpretation. Here Lord Krishna reveals the conclusion to the essence of all knowledge, the most confidential of all knowledge that is confidential. Sarvadharman Patyajya means renouncing all conceptions of what one thinks or imagines religiosity to be. This does not mean to renounce righteousness for righteousness to all jivas or embodied beings is always attuned and in harmony with the Supreme Lord. The ultimate goal of all religious and spiritual conceptions is communion with the Supreme Lord Krishna. To achieve this, one must first have realization of their Atma or their immortal soul within the etheric heart. After surrendering and taking exclusive refuge in Him alone, one is blessed by the Supreme Lord, and by His grace, He Himself will accomplish this for His devotee.
Thank you, Manoj. Now, We have taken all these interpretations from this website. It's a source, https www Bhagavad Gita US Bhagavad Gita 1866. So just wanted to give them credit. Also, the next set of interpretations by Mr. Nagesh Pai. He is going to give the interpretation of Sri Sampradaya Sri Ramanuja. Nagesh Pai.
Thank you, Prasadji. So, as per Ramanujacharya, Sri Sampradaya, it's also called Vishishtadvaita philosophy. According to his interpretation of 1866, it mentions complete relinquishment of agency, possessiveness, fruits in practice of karma, jnana, as well as bhakti yoga. And it also mentions complete recognition of the fact and understanding of the fact that Krishna is the agent, is the object of worship, the means and the end. So the means and the end phrase, if you recollect, also appears in Gaudiya Sampradaya. That's a good similarity here. And relinquishment that you see here is not of devotional duties, just like what was mentioned in the earlier in Madhva Sampradaya as well, but also but it's rather the sense of agency and the fruits that I am the doer, or I am doing these things and this fruit is mine. So relinquishment is giving up of that and not actually giving up of the doing of these duties. And this relinquishment, this definition of relinquishment, it is completely in accordance with the Shastras.
Thank you. So Nagesh Pai is also going to give the interpretation as per Advaita Sampradaya by Sri Shankaracharya.
So the commentary in the Advaita Sampradaya by Sri Adi Shankaracharya is pretty vast. So we are making a very humble attempt here to just present some of the extracts of this commentary of the Advaita Sampradaya philosophy. So as some of us might know, or most of us might know, Advaita philosophy is about non-duality, and the interpretation is in accordance with that. So just like the others, or similar to others, it indicates total renunciation of actions. But what do you mean by actions? That's importantly explained further. It mentions renunciation of actions which are classified as dharmic actions as well as adharmic actions. So the phrase Tyaja dharmam adharmam cha, and this phrase appears in Mahabharata in Shanti Parva, number 329.40. So it's very important to note that when we say actions, it means the relinquishment of all actions, wherein we give up the doership of these actions for what's classified as regardless of dharma or adharma. And then we come to the term of surrender, because we are talking about surrender and sharanagati. So what does it mean? So if we focus on the term mamekam, as per Shankaracharya ji, he further explains that there is a quote which mentions that know that there is nothing besides me. And hence I, when we say I or mamekam, it indicates pure self, and which is not necessarily a separate deity. And further to substantiate this, there is also a mention in Kathopanishad. It says there is nothing else but Atman or Brahman. And by Atman alone, Atman is attained. That means only by deeper meditation and deeper realization of Atman, or the higher consciousness within each one of us, it's only by realization of that is Atman achieved. And for someone aspiring to know the Atman, it reveals its true absolute nature. But for that, we need to aspire and we need to do our sadhana towards it. And so there is a lot of importance given to the commitment and efforts of an aspirant to understand the nature of the Atman, which ultimately leads us to realization of the pure self or pure consciousness. And that is what is Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, or surrendering to the Supreme Self and higher consciousness.
Thank you, Nagesh. We have seen what all the great masters of ancient days have said. Now, from Light of the Self Foundation, we have Sadguru Narasimha Prabhuji, who has given talks on Purna Yoga in 2021 on 18 chapters. We have taken some extracts from the talk on 18.65 and 18.66. I will be talking about that. I made few notes by looking at that video. Important notes are: entire Bhagavad Gita. This talk is given by Sri Narasimha Prabhu, Sadguru Narasimha Prabhuji of Light of the Self Foundation. Entire Bhagavad Gita can be summarized in two shlokas, 18.65 and 18.66. 18.65 is summary of Karma Yoga, life centered around God, God-centric life of devotion and service. Our life, usually life is centered around my family, my job, my desires, my money, my children, etc. We never think of God. If a person's thoughts are about God, then it is called God-centric life. What is service to God? Doing Panchayajna daily. What is Panchayajna? Pitrayajna, Devayajna, Manushayajna, Bhutayajna and Rishiyajna. Pitrayajna is taking care of elders. Devayajna is doing puja and taking care of environment, ecosystem. Manushayajna is helping people, human beings. Bhutayajna is helping animals, taking care of animals, being compassionate to the animals. Rishi Yajna is study, practice and teach what our great rishis have taught us. This is service to God. This is how one does service to God. Every action, mundane action that we do, is an opportunity given to us by God. Do that activity as a worship of God. Every person you meet is an opportunity given to you by God. Do service to that person as if you are worshipping God. Are you thankful to God for earth, water, fire, wind, space? Are you grateful to God for getting one more day? These are the questions one needs to ask. Continuing on 18.65, Manmana Bhava means always think of Krishna. Why? Because what we think, we will become. If we think of divine, we will be full of divine qualities. Mad Bhakto Bhava, become my devotee, become Krishna's devotee. Madhyaji, worship Krishna. Mam Namaskuru, offer your respects to Krishna. If you do this, you will come to Krishna without fail. Smartness in working. What is action? When you do an action, convert any mundane activity into worship of God. Be smart. Convert all your regular activities into tapasya. How do you do that? Every minute of your life is a puja, worship of God. Then there is no difference between you and a monk. This is the secret of Karma Yoga, purity of heart. This thinking about God all the time in all the actions leads to purity of heart. Selfishness leads kartritva, bhoktritva will go away. Selfishness, kartritva and bhoktritva will go away. Mind becomes peaceful when you do all your activities as a worship of God. Only desire for moksha remains. So that is about 18.65. And Sadguru Narasimha Prabhu talks about 18.66. I made few notes. He has given extensive talks. Please refer to the talks Purna Yoga. Sarva Dharman Parityaja. People misunderstand this and they leave family, job, responsibilities, run away to far off Himalayas, take Sanyasa and all. But Krishna is not saying that. Leave off means all kamya karma, selfish, desire-oriented actions should be left, and leave off all nishiddha karmas, prohibited actions should be left off. Engage fully in selfless service. Never sit idle. Don't be a couch potato. Don't be lazy and say Krishna will take care. I don't have to do anything. Don't do that. Engage in activities for Loka Kalyana. Get up and act for Loka Kalyana. Do selfless service. Engage in activities for Loka Kalyana. Drop karma by understanding that non-doership of Atma. Atma is Akarta. But this is not a license to become a couch potato. One should always engage in Loka Kalyana activities. know fully well that all are non-doers. Akarta means doing everything, but knowing that they are non-doers. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am pure consciousness, I am Shivaswarupi, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. This is the message of Sadguru Narasimha Prabhu. Now, we will have a small bhajana to Sadguru. Sadguru is not a person. Sadguru is a tattva in the universe. Sri Krishna is a representative of Sadguru. My Guru, Sadguru Narasimha Prabhu, is a representative of Sadguru. I bow down to all the tattva of Sadguru, and we are going to play a bhajan sung by Nagesh Pai.
मन भावन मेरो सद्गुरु नाम, गुरु चरणों में चारों धाम। मन भावन मेरो सद्गुरु नाम, गुरु चरणों में चारों धाम। मिटाई विषय वासना, गुरु ने मिटाई विषय वासना, गुरु ने जगाई भक्ति भावना, गुरु ने जगाई भक्ति भावना। गुरु निर्मल मेरो गुरु निष्काम, गुरु निर्मल मेरो गुरु निष्काम, गुरु चरणों में चारों धाम। मन भावन मेरो सद्गुरु नाम, गुरु चरणों में चारों। सिखाई सत की साधना, गुरु ने सिखाई सत की साधना। जप तप निष्ठा नित्योपासना, जप तप निष्ठा नित्योपासना। गुरु ईश्वर मेरो गुरु ही राम, गुरु ईश्वर मेरो गुरु ही राम, गुरु चरणों में चारों धाम। मन भावन मेरो सद्गुरु नाम, गुरु चरणों में चारों। अविचल प्रीत की रीत सिखायो, अविचल प्रीत की रीत सिखायो, गुरु मोहि नैया पार करालो, गुरु मोरी नैया पार करालो। ले जो मोरी कोटि प्रणाम, ले जो मोरी कोटि प्रणाम, गुरु चरणों में चारों धाम, मन भावन मेरो सद्गुरु नाम, गुरु चरणों भावन मेरो सद्गुरु नाम, गुरु चरणों में चारों धाम।
We are a small group. We are spending our time in studying scriptures. Our Guru has taught us how to lead life. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Wow, Mom! We came to know a lot about Moksha Sanyasa Yoga, told by many great people. It will surely help us to lead our life. Thank you so much for enlightening us, Prasadji and team.
That's very true, Anvi. Thank you so much, Prasadji and team. Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum, Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum,
Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum, Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum.
Thank you so much.
जय भगवद गीते, जय भगवद गीते, हरिहय कमल विहारिणि सुंदर सुपुनीते, कर्म सुमर्म प्रकाशिनि, कर्म सुमर्म प्रकाशिनि, कामासक्ति हरा, जय भगवद गीते। कर्म सुमर्म प्रकाशिनि, कामासक्ति हरा, तत्वज्ञान विकासिनि, तत्वज्ञान विकासिनि, विद्या ब्रह्म परा, जय भगवद गीते। निश्चल भक्ति विधायिनि, निर्मल मलहारी, शरण रहस्य प्रदायिनि, शरण रहस्य प्रदायिनि, सब विधि सुखकारी, जय भगवद गीते। राग द्वेष विदारिणि, कारिणि मोद सदा, भव भयहारिणि तारिणि, भव भयहारिणि तारिणि, परमानंद प्रदा, जय भगवद गीते। आसुर भाव विनाशिनी, नाशिनी तमरजनी, दैवी सद्गुणदायिनी दैवी सद्गुणदायिनी हरिरसिका सजनी जय भगवत गीते। समता त्याग सिखावनी हरिमुख की बाणी सकल शास्त्र की स्वामिनी सकल शास्त्र की स्वामिनी श्रुतियों की रानी जय भगवत गीते। दया सुधा बरसावनी मातु कृपा कीजे हरिपद प्रेम दान कर हरिपद प्रेम दान कर आपनो कर लीजे जय भगवत गीते जय भगवत गीते जय भगवत गीते।